It hasn't been hard here because I think the board has generally had that same feeling. People like living here.
Okay.
One person who bought an apartment sold it and came back. I worked for M.J. Raines in real estate as a salesperson for several years. I became a real estate broker. I started my own company, Carol Rosenberg Properties International. I was renting homes in Tuscany and in St. Bart's for several years. And my last sale was a mansion in Southampton 2 years ago. So my skills as president of the board are more from my involvement in real estate. I know the ins and outs of buying a co-op, what's required, the financial responsibilities, what people are looking for. Because, the building, when it became a co-op, didn't really have a good financial situation. And so that was kind of a surprise to pick up a building that was in the red. But I took the responsibility. I refinanced the mortgage at a very good rate, tightened up the way things were run, and got us in the black. Waterproofing was a major problem when the building went co-op. This building was built in 1938-39 and had an interior flashing, which is not so common in co-ops in the city. There's a few buildings that have that kind of situation. It makes for the terraces being more beautiful because you don't see flashing. Today, the building has exterior flashing, but in those days it didn't. And it was difficult for waterproofers to figure out why we were having problems. There's a certain amount of hands-on that's always required, whether you have a self-management or a managing agent. Well, one of the things that I think is very important is to maintain a good relationship with the shareholders. I don't know what it's like being in a bigger building because I've been in this building for 35 years, and prior to that I was in a building on West End Avenue that also didn't have a lot of shareholders. They were very large apartments, and you know, there might not have been too many more than the 30 number of shareholders. But keeping a kind of peaceful relationship between the board and the shareholders, I think, is very important.